James Dayandante and Michael Davantes.
Kumusta po mga kababayan? Welcome to a very special celebration dahil ngayong buwan ipinagdiriwang natin ang Filipino Heritage Month.
Yes, isang buwan po na dedicated para kilalanin, ipagdiwang at ipagmalaki ang napakayaman nating Filipino culture dito mismo sa Canada. Ang Filipino Heritage Month ay isang national celebration tuwing Hunyo na kinikilala ang contribution ng mahigit 1 milyong Filipinos na bahagi na ngayon ng Canadian society.
Pero alam niyo ba, it all started with one voice. Si Paulina Corpus mula sa Toronto, Ontario, siya ang naglunsad ng petition para gawing opisyal ang buwang ito. At dahil sa kanyang dedication at sa tulong ni Councilor Nathan Sean, na isumite ang motion sa Toronto City Council, suportado ng mahigit 50 taong tao at organisasyon. At guess what? Unanimously approved ito.
At hindi lang yan dahil noong October 30, 2018, ang buong Canada ay opisyal nang nagdeklara ng Filipino Heritage Month sa pamamagitan ng Motion M155 sponsored by MP Salma Zahid of Scarborough Center. Grabe Michael, from community to national recognition, isang tunay na testamento po sa power ng mga Filipino unity at pagmamahal sa ating kultura.
Yes, at syempre hindi rin nagpapauli ang Montreal bago pa man ito naging federal na selebrasyon noong February 2018. Ang Codenage Notre Dame Council ay nagdeklara na ng Filipino Heritage Month. Ito ay sinulong ni na Councilors Marvin Rutra at Lionel Perez at mula roon nabuo ang Filipino Heritage Society of Montreal. Isang aktibong grupo na patuloy na nagtataas, nagbandera ng ating kultura.
At ngayong taon naman, sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Canada mula Toronto, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver hanggang Halifax po, naglalabasan na ang mga Filipino community events. May street parades, cultural shows, food festivals, art exhibits, forums at syempre, mga performances ng ating talented Filipino-Canadian artists. It's not just about celebration, it's about representation. It's about seeing ourselves in the stories we tell and the stage we walk on.
And it's about educating others too. Dahil sa buwan na ito, we share our history, our values at ang ating legacy bilang mga Filipino sa Canada. Kaya whether you were born in the Philippines or born here in Canada, this month is a time to be proud. Proud of our roots, proud of our resilience, at proud sa ating community. And most of all, this is a reminder na kahit saan man tayo dalhin ng ating tadhana, dala-dala natin ang ating pagkatao bilang Pilipino. Kaya't samahan niyo po kami sa launching ng Filipino Heritage Month dito sa Montreal sa pagbabalik ng Pinoy Pa Rin!
Welcome back sa Pinoy Pa Rin.
At narito ang highlights ng launching ng Filipino Heritage Month dito sa Montreal.
Ayang magiliw, perlas na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyat ka ng magiting, sa manlulubi, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong mukaw, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng wataw at mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng wal, ating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya lamang ay mag-aaping, ang mamatay lang dahil sa'yo.
It is with immense joy and pride that we stand together today commemorating not only the rich culture of the Filipino community, but also the remarkable contributions Filipinos had made to the cultural mosaic of Montreal and beyond. This month is a celebration of our history, our culture, our shared values that bind us together as Filipinos and proud residents of this beautiful city and country. Allow me to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to the extraordinary Filipino Association who have attended this occasion today, and also from association from the islands of Montreal and suburbs who dedicated their time, passion, creativity to make this celebration a reality. We are not just celebrating our heritage, we are building bridges, fostering understanding. So as we launch our Filipino Heritage Month, let us do so with pride in our heart and joy, our spirits, the vision of a stronger, united community. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay sa kulturang Pilipino. Thank you very much.
There are now 1 million Filipinos in Canada, of whom 47,000 live in Quebec, of whom 17,000 live right here in this borough. So it's appropriate that this borough was the first to recognize Filipino Heritage Month. In February 2018, I made a proposal to the Borough Council. I still remember that day. It was the coldest day of the year. I'm not exaggerating. It was like an old-time winter day, minus 25, minus 30, with the wind chill even colder. And the council, which used to meet right here in this room or at the borough offices, met in NDG, quite far away at the other end of the borough. We had over 200 members of the Filipino community from across the borough, all the leaders, come to that meeting to say, we want this motion to be adopted. And it was. The councilors were impressed and they voted the motion unanimously. That motion and a similar motion adopted by the City of Toronto convinced the Government of Canada it needed to do something as well. And in October 2018, a motion which our Member of Parliament, Anthony Housefather from this area, seconded, was adopted by the Parliament of Canada. Since then, we have had every June at Filipino Heritage Month in Canada. That's a wonderful thing because it tells Canadians, no matter what their origin, that their Filipino neighbors are proud to be Filipinos and they're proud to be Canadians. They put down deep roots. Filipinos are helping build this country. They're helping its prosperity, its growth, and its well-being. But at the same time, they want to pass on to their children and grandchildren the fact that they're, yes, proud Canadians, but they're proud Filipinos. They remember their language, their culture, their cuisine, and they want to pass that on. And they want their neighbors to know about it.
I am a proud Filipino Canadian, born and raised in the borough of Côte-des-Neiges, Notre-Dame-de-Grâce, and it's such an honor for me to not only be a member of our beautiful community, but to represent our community as well at City Hall. You know, as the first elected Filipina in the province of Quebec, it's a pride, but it's also such a responsibility to represent every single one of you in the best way that I can. And in the last 4 years, going to events, meeting people, it's been the honor of my lifetime, sharing our culture, our heritage, everything that it means to be Filipino. And what I've learned growing up and the pride that I have is because of the community that we have here in Montreal. You know, no one really understands how hardworking Filipinos are, how hospitable, how generous, how welcoming they are until they meet a Filipino. And then once you meet a Filipino, you never want to stop hanging out with them, speaking to them, getting to know them. And that's just how we are. That's why it's such a beautiful experience and it's a beautiful community to be a part of, because our community truly gives back. And we give back without expecting anything in return.
There are people who do value your contributions. And I'm here today amongst only people who value the contributions of the Filipino community and all immigrants who have come to Quebec who keep their culture and understand that the value that it brings to a larger society, and that's why we want more Filipinos to come to Canada, to Quebec, and to Montreal. And that's why I really, really appreciate the continuous efforts, thank you, of Al and the Executive Committee to promote heritage, because it is necessary to point out the good things that are done, because some people, unfortunately, only spend time pointing out the negative.
Canada to celebrate our launch for Filipino Heritage Month. As a Filipino Canadian, embracing my heritage has grounded me in my identity. It reminds me of the resilience of our people, the traditions, and our core values, such as family, unity, and respect, which continues to shape who I am today. So let's continue to celebrate who we are as Filipinos, boldly, together. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po.
Welcome back sa Pinoy Pa Rin.
At patuloy pa rin po ang programa dito sa Filipino Heritage Month.
So this June, let's celebrate loud and proud ang ating pagka-Pinoy, ang ating kultura at ang ating ambag sa bansang ito. Maraming salamat po to all the pioneers who made this happen and to everyone continuing to uplift the Filipino story across Canada.
At dito po nagtatapos ang ating official kick-off ng Filipino Heritage Month dito sa Montreal. Isang selebrasyon ng ating kultura, kasaysayan at pagkakaisa bilang isang community na may puso at dangal. Ngayong buwan ng Hunyo, hindi lang natin ipinagdiriwang ang pagiging Filipino, ipinapakita rin natin sa buong Canada kung gaano kayaman ang ating kontribusyon, talento at kwento. Pero ito po lamang ang ating simula at ngayong buwan napakaraming events ang naka-line up. May mga cultural festivals, may mga musical performances, food fairs, arts, exhibit at marami pa pong iba mula coast to coast.
Kaya we're inviting everyone, Filipino man o hindi, to join us in this month-long celebration. Bring your friends, your family, your neighbors. Let's share the joy, the flavors, the sounds, and the soul of being Filipino. Huwag nating hayaang lumipas ang buwan na ito na hindi natin nararamdaman kung gaano ka-proud maging isang Pinoy sa Canada. This is your story, our story, and it's one that deserves to be seen, heard, and celebrated. Kaya sa lahat ng sulok ng Canada, from Montreal to Vancouver, from Toronto to Halifax, tara na, makisaya. Let's make June a month of pride, unity, and celebration.
At mula sa aming puso po, maligayang Filipino Heritage Month, Canada. Kita-kits po tayo sa mga susunod na events. Mabuhay ang Filipino! Marami pong salamat sa pagtangkilik sa aming programa.
Na nagpupugay sa ating lay, diwa at kultura.
Ating pong isigaw, saan man sulok ng mundo,
Na tayo po ay Pinoy Pa Rin!